Hi, everyone. I'm Dan Albers, joined here with Tom Benassi in our first game of our doubleheader. We have the Lady Owens taking on the Cincinnati State Surge are taking on the Lady Owens Express. And this should be a good game. Owens comes in with a 14-5 record, 2-0 in the conference. Cincinnati comes in at 16-3 and 2-0 in the conference. And Tom, always the years past, this has been a great game.
Yeah, it's usually if one doesn't win the league, the other one does. And a very well-coached team. They're always prepared. They always have good talent. So it is definitely going to be a tough challenge here for Cincinnati State to keep their run going. You got to protect your home floor right here. They beat them twice last year. So I believe it's 3 in a row now against them. So it's a big ball game for both teams, both sitting at 2-0 in the conference.
We'll see who will last longer, me or you, broadcasting this game. We've both been underneath the weather. And I'm getting a little bit better. Tom feels better too, but voice is kind of losing it. So hopefully everything will go well on this broadcast. I know we've had some issues with an echoing, but I think we should be okay. I think we've narrowed down the problem thanks to Mike Ramirez and Tech Grow helping us out. But we'll take a break here as we're probably going to be down to the national anthem. But like you said, Tom, it has been the last 3 contests going back to the regional championship. So
yeah, one good thing for Cincinnati State that I see is Hannah Stevenson will be back in the lineup after missing the game against Edison. So that's a big plus for Cincinnati State.
That will be huge. So we're going to go ahead and take a break right now. We'll do the national anthem. Be back after the national anthem. All right, there's our national anthem. Getting ready to start this game. And again, 2 teams come in with great records. Owens comes in with a 14-5, 2-0 in the conference. Cincinnati comes in at 16-3. And as we said, they have won the last 3 contests dating back to the 2011 regional championships. And the Surge are 8th in the nation in free throw percentage at 69%, 10th in assist, and average rebounds at 13.4. But most impressive, how about this? Cameron Vaughn, number 1 in the nation in offensive rebounding.
Yeah, she attacks the boards at all times. She never takes a break. And, the one thing we saw on Wednesday against Edison was we saw a very close game. And they had Kinsey Brandt guarding Edison's leading scorer and rebounder in the first half and held her to 8 points in the first half. Meanwhile, Kendra Brunswick took over the game for Edison, scored 16 in the first half, and kept Edison in the game, actually had the lead for a lot of the game. So Coach Beeler makes the adjustment, put Kinsey Brandt on Brunswick second half and shuts her down, holds her to 2 points the rest of the game. Huge defensive play by Kinsey Brandt in that ball game.
Absolutely. So this will be, again, for the league. Usually we see it come down to these 2 teams, and it's going to be the same again. We talked to Coach Michael Alanis. We talked to him, and he was telling us about some of his players that he unfortunately had to suspend for some. He said they've been playing 4 games without him. So it'll be, with some of the injuries that Cincinnati State has had and Owens on this too, it'll be interesting to see. But Tom, this has always been a great game when these 2 teams have played.
Yeah, and Columbus State right now is also sitting at 2-0 in the league. But like you said, typically this is a absolutely huge ball game, and usually the standings in the league comes down to this matchup.
So we're getting introducing Cincinnati's going to be in the gray trimmed in black and green. Owens will be in the all red. The starters for Owens will be Jordan Bond, number 0, number 12, Danielle Bourgeois, number 20, Emma Jean Ricketts, and number 21, Mackenzie Heacock, and number 22, Karan Scott. So we'll getting ready to start this game again. We're going to have our next game will be the men's, and the men have kind of been a little bit of a struggle and a little bit of funk. They've, I think, lost 3 of their last 4 games, Tom.
Yeah, and every day it seems like you have another injury pop up, and for them, getting healthy is the biggest issue.
So Owens does win the tap and control possession, and we'll see what happens, what kind of offense and defense Cincinnati's going to be in a man-to-man, and that's kicking it down. Number 22 is going to fire up a shot. It is no good. Rebounded by Kinsey Brandt, number 21. She's quickly coming down the other way. And she's going to fire up a shot. Was Desiree Asher. Shot was no good. It was rebounded by Scott for Owens. Gave the ball to Bezu. Bezu gives it up now back to Scott. Going to drive in, throws up a shot off the glass. She got fouled as she was going to the basket. I'm sorry, that was Ricketts. Was it Ricketts or Scott?
No, it was Scott. And a foul was on Cameron Vaughn who has gotten in foul trouble a couple times in the last 3 games. So it'll be interesting to see if they can play without fouling in this game against some bigger competition.
So Scott will be on the line, shoot 2 shots. First free throw, in and out, no good. We have no score, just starting here, 19:24 to go here in this first half. Dan Albers, Tom Benassi, Ronna McMillan here on Anderson Community Television and USBN Sports. Scott ready for her second free throw. Free throw on the way. Good. That's going to make it a 1-0 ball game. Owens up on Cincinnati. And it's going to be a kick ball. Possession will go. Looks like they're going to try to put a little pressure on them, Tom. And that's kind of Cincinnati's done a pretty good job this year breaking that press.
Yeah, and there's not too many teams that stick with the full court press against Cincinnati State very long because they end up getting layups out of it.
And it looks like Kinsey Brand will be bringing the ball up. They're going to be in a man-to-man. And guarding Kinsey's going to be Bezu. Bezu guarding Brandt. Brandt gets it, 16 on the shot clock. Kinsey Brandt's going to take it all white, pull up for a jumper. Shot no good.
Nice
Getting
rebound.
the rebound is Chen, and she got fouled, but no call. And fighting for it, the ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll go off of Cincinnati.
And I believe Jordan Bond might have blocked Chen's shot on that from behind.
And it'll be Bezu bringing the ball up the court for Owens. Kicks it back to Ricketts. Ricketts going to spin.
Move.
Nice move, puts it up and in. How about that?
Well, that was really nice, Dan.
Ricketts did a nice job on a spin move, takes it, lays it up off the glass. They've got an early 3-0 lead. Can they put on a 2-2-1 press? Kinsey Brandt gives it up.
Good job. Very good job.
Chen's going to drive in the basket. She lost control of the ball. Bezu's going to have it. Now she gets it stolen by Stevenson, and she's going to go off the leg, out of bounds. It'll stay here with Cincinnati. Hannah Stevenson did a nice steal and almost had a basket, but goes out of bounds. Owens will take over, or excuse me, Cincinnati State will have the ball.
Well, they did a really good job on that full court press, Dan. They got it right to the middle of the floor, and that opened up a possible layup.
Stevenson's now going to bring it back out. Owens going to be in a man-to-man. Get it to Desiree Ash. Ash has it on the wing. Potavon. Stevenson is going to pull up, throws up a one-handed shot, and falls in. Drove right inside the lane and got a nice basket, Tom, and she's going to make a big difference, too.
Oh, no question about it. Her, and then you bring McDougal in off the bench. That's a nice 1-2 punch.
Absolutely. Bezu has it, gets double teamed, spins out, gets it now to Ricketts. Ricketts going to drive all the way in, left-handed shot, no good, and it's going to be rebounded by Alexis Chen. Quickly coming down her way is Brinzy Camp. Looks like she's going to take it all the way to the basket, lays it up and in.
Nice
How about
with
that?
the right hand.
Underneath, too. Puts it up and in, and Cincinnati's going to take a 4-3 lead.
Nice job by Kinsey. Had 22 on Wednesday.
And, man, I tell you what, she willed that team to a victory, man.
Yeah,
With that
she had 4 huge
played.
free throws down the stretch, too, for her.
And that was Heacock that's going to go in. It gets fouled, and the basket goes in. So Heacock goes in, puts the basket in, and they have now taken a 1-point lead at 5-4.
First foul on Kinsey Brandt.
And free throw by Heacock is good. Tom, it looks like their early MO on offensive side of the basketball is drive into the basket for Owens.
Yeah, Ricketts is she's just a good player, period. She can handle the ball really well. So it's going to be tough to guard her.
Chen's going to fire one from the baseline. Her shot is no good. Tipped up and around. It's rebounded by Ricketts, who's going to outlet it. And they're going to lay it up and in. Who puts it up is Heacock. And that's going to give them now an 8-4 lead, Tom.
So Mackenzie Heacock with 5 early points for Owens, and she steps out of bounds. Hannah Stevenson steps out of bounds. That last shot by Alexis Chen didn't seem to have too much confidence in that shot at all.
So it looks like Cincinnati's going to call a timeout. They're going to call a 30-second timeout, and they're trailing here 8-4. So doing a good job breaking the press, but just not put it in.
We've seen them in 2 really close games against Ivy Tech and against Edison, and they have no panic in them. They keep their cool, and I think that's good for your league play because you're going to have tough games nonstop. I think it's good that you get those under your belt, and just if you stay calm and do the things you're supposed to do, I think they'll be okay. But it's when you panic,
right?
The turnovers multiply and the mistakes multiply. So they just got to keep their heads here. They're off to kind of a slow start, but they should be fine here in a couple minutes.
So Bezu's bringing the ball up. She's going to take it right to the hole, and she got too far underneath and got it underneath the rim. No good, and Stevenson with the rebound. Stevenson quickly coming down the other way. Going to pull it back out now, and that is Ash. Going to go between the circles, picks up her dribble to Chin now. Back out to Stevenson. They got 16 on the shot clock. Desiree Ash going to fake a three and dribble in and then bring it right back out.
Good defense by Owens right here.
And Stevenson gets it out now to Kinsey Brandt. They got 4 on the shot clock. She's going to have to hurry up. She might have got fouled, but she trips with the basketball and it's going to turn it over. And it's going to give it now to Ricketts, number 20. And it's going to be Bezu now has the basketball at the top, guarded by Stevenson. Bezu, nice cut, drive to Heacock, puts it up and in. How about that?
I'll tell you what, that was
good cut
beautiful.
to the basket.
Heacock now with 7.
And they've got a 10-4 lead, 15:56 to go in this first half. Again, putting on that pressure. And Chen's going to do a nice spin move, puts it up and in. How about that? Spins right to the basket, puts it up and in.
You like that?
Tom, I think if they move it a little bit faster, they're going to really have – Owens will have trouble holding up with Cincinnati. And I think we'll see that maybe down the line. How about that? Bezu almost put a move on, and that is Bond now. Bond's going to give it up inside to Ricketts. She turns around, throws up a shot, doesn't fall in, and battling for it's going to go out of bounds. It goes off of Chin. That'll stay here with Cincinnati State. Get some new subs checking in. We got Bailey Adams, number 44, and also number 11, Ebony Adams. So we got both Adams going in, and we'll try to do the best we can on not messing that one up for you.
And you got Samantha Paratori coming in and McDougal coming in for Cincinnati State.
Cincinnati trailing here 10-6, 15-24, and it looks like that they said she's going to walk with the basketball. Was number 22, Karen Scott.
Yeah, Cincinnati State right here, they're being nice and patient right here. They're not trying to force the passes down the court. They've done a really good job of just taking their time. And like you said, once they get it across, kind of rush it a little bit.
There they go. Desiree Ash has it. It's going to take it all the way and throws up a shot. No good. Paratori was there, but it goes through her hands. So coming down the other way now is Bezu. Throws a horrible pass, and Kinsey Brandt's going to come running it down quickly down the other way. She pulls up, throws it in the corner. And shot, nice shot put in. Is that Alexis?
That was Ash, Desiree Ash.
So Ash puts it in, and that's going to cut it now to 10-8. Tom, they make shots like that, they're going to be okay.
Yeah, and Owens seems to be really good hand on the ball going to the basket. They seem to not be afraid to take it to the basket at all.
Foul's going to be on McDougal. That'll be her first. Checking back into the ballgame will be number 24, Brianna House. Cincinnati trailing here 10-8, 14:43 to go in this first half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they got 5. Wasn't sure who was going to come in or come out. And they're going to get it into Bond. Bond has it, goes into the circle. It's going to take it all the way. Throws it off the glass and puts it in. Right in between two defenders, puts it up and in. Owens has a 12-8 lead. Stevenson gets double team, gets to the Paratori, and throws a bad pass. And they quickly come down the other way, and Bond's going to get the ball. She's going to turn around, throw it off the glass. Shot no good. Rebounded by Stevenson. Kind of outlet it to Desiree Ash. Ash has the basketball, flips it back to Stevenson. Stevenson over to Kinsey Brandt. She's going to fire up a three-point shot. Good.
Nice.
How about that? She hits a three-pointer. Tom, maybe those
huge.
little effects of her hand is
starting to ease.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, she was struggling from three-point land with that bandage on her hand, but it's good to see her hit that first one.
12-11, 13:35. Get the ball into that Scott. Scott's shot, it falls in.
Karen Scott with her first bucket. And that last trip down, Cincinnati State did go to a 2-3 zone, Dan. We'll see how long they stay in that.
Paratori got her shot blocked.
Yeah, she got slapped.
And it was by number 44. And that was Bailey Adams. She'll pick up her first foul. It's only one team foul on Owens, and we've got 3 team fouls on Cincinnati.
And once again, Dan, free throws are key. We saw the men 10 of 24 the other night from the free throw line, and they lost by 1 point.
Yeah.
So
makes a huge difference. Paratori makes her first free throw. And Paratori makes both.
All right.
That's some big free throws by Samantha Paratori. Cincinnati now trailing by 1. 13:27 to go. Dan Alberts, Tom Benassi, and Rhonda McMillan here on USBN Sports and Anderson Community Television. Two of the top teams in the league going at it right here at Surge Arena. They get it down in the corner to Adams. Bailey Adams gets it back to Ricketts. Ricketts going to pull up for a jump shot. Nice. Got a nice shot, Tom. She's got an all-around good game.
Yeah, she averages 15. She's got 4 so far.
And McDougal, who checked in earlier, is in the ball game, running the show up the top. Going to go off to her left and give it back up to Chen. Chen flips it back to McDougal. McDougal over that's Paratori now. Paratori throws up a shot. It is no good, and it's rebounded by Scott, but she throws a bad pass. Paratori intercepts it. Chen's going to take it all the way in.
Oh.
She goes to the basket, got absolutely hammered, no call. And it was a good block, I guess, by Adams, so she'll get the block, and the ball will stay here with Cincinnati. Cincinnati taking the ball, McDougal taking the ball out of bounds. Get it to Paratori. She fires up a shot. It is no good, and Ricketts with the rebound. Ebony Adams now bringing the ball down quickly. She's going to take it all the way to the basket, gets it back out.
D.
And Kenzie Brandt's going to get the steal. She's going to take it all the way down. She gets hammered as she's going to the basket, but they'll take that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That great defense right there on that layup attempt by Ebony Adams.
It's going to be number 1 on Karen Scott. Free throw, in and out, no good. Kind of unusual. She's usually pretty.
Yeah, this one will go.
Free throw, good. That'll make it a 16-14 ball game. Owens up on Cincinnati State. It's like Cincinnati going to do like a little bit of a trap. Get it down in the corner to Ricketts. She's going to drive baseline.
Oh, you got to cut off the baseline.
Goes underneath the basket. They're going to call a late foul, Tom. Foul's going to be on Paratori. That'll be her first.
Paratori needs to cut the baseline off on that instead of letting Ricketts get inside and get a shot off. She could have cut that baseline off, and she would have never gotten it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ricketts is very quick off the ball. She puts in her first free throw. Checking back into the ball game will be Bezu. It's like Paratori might be hurting her just a little bit. She's kind of limping a little. Ricketts ready for her second free throw. She puts it in. 18-14. Owens up on Cincinnati, and they quickly get through it on this press. McDougal gives it up to Haley Phillips. Phillips gets it inside to Vaughn. Vaughn kicks it out to Kenzie Brandt. And Chen gets the ball inside, and they try to get it into Vaughn, and there's going to be a hold call on number 22, and that's 2 on her. It's like checking back into the ball game will be number 0, Bond. Scott will come out.
Boy, that was a tough pass right there that they tried to throw.
Get it inside to Chen. Chen's going to power her way up and gets fouled. Oh, what?
Charge.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, I don't know about that call.
I don't know about that one at all. She just got the ball and put it up and in.
That is a tough call to take.
It's a very tough call.
That low. I mean, she had to have been inside that circle.
Absolutely. Cincinnati does a trap, almost gets a steal. There's Bond. Why isn't that a walk?
She traveled.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness gracious.
Are you kidding me?
That is terrible.
So that's 2 fouls they've called on Chen, and they've been horrible calls.
That's got to be either a travel or a charge right there. Oh, goodness. Man, I don't like either one of those calls.
So it's going to make 1 free. Yeah, those are not very good calls at all, Tom.
Yeah, Jordan Bond, that's 3 for her. And she got bailed out on that call, I think.
So Bond on the line for her second free throw. And her free throw is no good. Rebounded by Kinsey Brandt. So Cincinnati trailing here 19-14. Give it up now to McDougal. Back up to Kinsey Brandt. Brandt gets a screen. She's going to go all the way to the basket. She lays up, gets fouled as she's going to the hole.
Attack. I like it.
Foul's going to be on number 20, and that'll be on Ricketts. That'll be her first.
Good job by Kinsey, knowing she got that first step on her. Go ahead and take it to her.
Free throw's no good.
Kinsey now 1 of 3 from the free throw line.
Next free throw, good. So she buries one of them.
I think she just needs a little more pressure on her.
You know, and I think this is where the game's going to kind of range for a while, Tom, feeling each other out, about a 4-point lead for either team. Cincinnati's going to put on a zone, Tom. It looks like a 1-2-2 maybe. They got 3 seconds call on. You know, I just don't. I can never understand how a referee up here and a referee down here and the ref down on the baseline doesn't call.
I agree. Shouldn't the referee up here be concentrating on ball?
Absolutely. And they do get the ball in, and that's going to be Ash. Going to give it up. They got to get it across quickly.
They do a very good job. They're so patient with it. They don't panic at all. I think they've done a very good job early on.
And Kinsey Brandt picks up her dribble. She's going to have to get rid of it. And she does, but she gets it stolen by Bezu. Gives it up now to Ricketts. Ricketts spins, throws up it off the glass. No good. Probably not a good shot by her. Haley Phillips with the rebound for Cincinnati. And give it up to Stevenson. Stevenson's going to give it up now to Ash. Ash throws up a shot. It is no good. Phillips went over the back.
Keep it alive.
McDougal fires up a shot, puts it in. Tell you what, there's a couple fouls right there, Tom.
I agree.
And they didn't call anything. So these referees are having a tough go here early.
Yeah, I don't know how you missed the first one with Haley Phillips going over the back. Nice
There's
block.
a block by Desiree Ash. And she's quickly going to come down the other way. Ash going to drive in. She pushed off. No call.
Goodness.
And getting the ball back is going to be Cameron Vaughn. She spins. No foul. She finally gets a call. Tell you what, they're struggling. Foul's going to be on 0. That's going to be on Bond. That'll be her first.
Yeah, you got to be very careful when you're backing in right there. You got to be really careful about putting your elbow down or your shoulder down because they're going to nail you.
So Cameron Vaughn will be on the line to shoot 2. And free throw's good.
All right.
Tom, how about that? That stat still amazes me that Cameron Vaughn's #1 in the nation in offensive rebounds at 123.
I think she had 17 rebounds on Wednesday night.
That's amazing.
To go with, 19 points?
Yeah. Next free throw on the way. Good. So she hits both of them. It's going to tie the score up here at 19.
That's the first 2 for Cameron Vaughn of many to come, hopefully.
We're going under, getting ready to go under 10 minutes to go. Cincinnati going to be in that zone press again. 3-point attempt on the way is no good, and it is rebounded and fought for. It goes off of Owens and Bond out of bounds, and Cameron Vaughn fighting for that.
That's the first long-distance shot we've seen them take. They take the ball to the basket, and finally they take a 3-point shot.
So McDougal bringing the ball up the court. Cincinnati trying to go up on top here as they're tying it up here at 19. 9:47 to go. And Kinsey Brandt's going to fire up a 3-point. I think she might have been on the line. Shot was no good, and it's going to go off Bezu of Owens out of bounds.
Cincinnati State once again brings the ball up with no problem. There's only been one time in the first half so far that they've actually gotten trapped in a place that you don't want to get trapped. They've done a really, really good job.
Haley Phillips fires up a shot. No good. And, rebound by Bond.
Look at McDougal in there.
Gives it to Vaughn, puts it up and in. How about that? McDougal getting the rebound. And Cincinnati has that 2-point lead at 21-19. So McDougal, one of the smallest players out there, gets the rebound. And
not only the rebound, but a nice assist there to Vaughn.
Bezu's going to kick it out. Here's a deep 3-point shot. Was no good.
Good
and that
job.
was by Heacock and rebounded by Vaughn. Quickly coming down is going to be Kinsey Brandt again for Cincinnati. Up by 2 here at 21-19. It's like they're going to fall into some kind of a matchup. No, they're in a So, 3-point attempt by
Desiree,
Ash. Good.
yes.
How about that? Desiree Ash hits a 3-pointer, and Owens is going to call a timeout.
Nice run by Cincinnati State right here. And Desiree Ash has that look again that she had about a week and a half ago.
So, again, Cincinnati extending out that lead. Again, these are the top two teams in the division. Cincinnati at 16-3, 2-0 in the conference. Owens at 14-5 and 2-0 in the conference. And Owens has got a little bit of a grudge here, man. You know, Cincinnati State has beat them the last 3 times, and I'm sure they want to come out with a victory here.
Yeah, you know, they beat them up at their place last year, early in the year, and it was a really close game. I think it was an overtime game. Then they beat them pretty good here, and everybody was expecting that matchup in the league tournament, and it never came because Owens lost in the semifinals, so they never got that third matchup.
Yeah, I'm getting word from people that they think that your voice is a lot sexier.
You call it whatever you want, but it's frustrating.
Cincinnati in that 1-2-2 up here 24-19. And Cincinnati doing a great job on this. Steve Heacock's going to fire up another 3-point shot. No good.
Wow.
And that's going to be Kinsey Brandt with the rebound again, giving up to Cameron Vaughn. Vaughn, late and passing to McDougal, but a great job by Bezu coming flying down to get into that.
Well, I'm not sure about that three-pointer right there by Heacock. They've done such a good job when they're driving to the basket. Now all of a sudden 3 threes in the last 3 trips.
Cameron Vaughn's going to kick it out to Kinsey Brandt. She's going to drive all the way in, gets it knocked out of her hands.
Almost
hit off of her. Cincinnati State up here 24-19, 8:28 to go here in this first half. And inbounding it to Cameron Vaughn. Vaughn gets it, kicks it out to McDougal. She's going to drive in, pull up at the nice shot. Pulls it right up at the elbow. And I tell you what,
good job.
That'll give them some good opportunities if she can pop those jumpers like she has early on. Cincinnati, I think this zone's kind of hurt Owens just here a little bit.
Yeah, Cincinnati State moves so well.
And it looks like there's going to be a foul as driving to the basket was Scott. Foul's going to be on Haley Phillips, and that'll be her first.
Okay, that's the one thing we've discussed a couple times, Dan, is Grace has shown the ability to drive on just about anybody that's guarded her. It's just the finishing part she's been struggling with. But if she can stop and pull up and hit shots like that, she is going to be very tough to guard.
So Stevenson checking back in, Paratori checking in. And for Owens, it'll be number 11, Adams, huh? So on a line will be Scott for her second free throw. And free throw's good. So she makes 1 of 2. 26-20. And Haley Phillips going to give it up to Stevenson. Stevenson's going to bring it back out. Yep. 20 on the shot clock. 7:54 to go here in this first half. Cincinnati up 26-20. Get the ball inside to Paratori.
3 on Scott.
And Scott's
that is
pick
a
up
huge
foul.
Huge foul.
And she's going to have to come out of the game, I believe. Number 44 is checking back, and that's going to be Bailey Adams. Will check in for Scott, and she'll sit all this half, I would imagine.
She comes in averaging just under 11 points, and then she's got 9 rebounds to go with it per game, so that is a huge third foul.
Get it into Stevenson, try to get it into Paratori, but I tell you what, that was a great defense by Owens. They knew it was going into Paratori. And coming down the other way is Bezu. Nice job taking it all the way to the basket, puts it up and in. And that's going to cut it to a 4-point lead for Cincinnati, 26-22. Cameron Vaughn's going to give it up now to Kinsey Brandt.
I just love the way they've handled the pressure on the full court. That's just awesome.
Kinsey Brandt gets it to Paratori, gives it to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to up and it goes in and out. Thought it was going to go in, but did not make it. And quickly Owens coming down the other way. And that's Ricketts going to drive baseline, spins. Nice defense by Cameron Vaughn.
Oh, yeah, the bench is letting her know it, too.
And now they call it?
No, they're calling 11 for a travel. Unbelievable, though. Great defense down there.
Cameron Vaughn did a great job on defense. 26-22, 7:05 to go here in this first half.
Boy, in a minute she turned Ricketts away. The bench let her know, man. They were all cheering for her.
So Hannah Stevenson now bringing the ball up. Swings it over to Kinsey Brandt, to Cameron Vaughn. Vaughn looking inside. And I'll tell you what, Paratori better get out of there. They're going to call 3 seconds. And there's a steal. Bezu's going to bring it all the way up. And she missed a layup.
She missed her step.
How in the heck did she miss her layup? Stevenson's going to take it all the way, give it to Paratori. She's going to fire up a shot. It is no good. And they're going to come down the other way quickly. And bringing it all the way down, laying it up and in is going to be number 21, and that is Heacock.
And Heacock now with 9 points. She's hit all 4 of her shots from the field. Or I'm sorry, she missed her 2 threes. She made all 4 of her 2-point shots.
Stevenson fires up a shot, can't get it. Paratori with the rebound, and there's going to be a jump ball. Possession will stay here with Cincinnati.
I don't like that quick shot there, Dan, by Stevenson. They've done a good job when they've moved the ball around and gotten open shots, and I thought that was a little quick right there.
Haley Phillips going to check out, and McDougal checking back in. Again, we appreciate it. Her mom and dad have been dropping us emails, letting us know. And we appreciate them giving us the feedback on the broadcast, so hopefully they're listening right now.
Not bad from down under.
Yep. And there's McDougal making a nice move, going to go all the way in, kicks it back out. Kenzie Brandt fakes the three, pulls up. Oh, try to get it into Paratori. She turned, she got hammered as she was going to the basket, and that's going to be on Adams. That'll be her second foul.
Boy, and she got lucky there, Dan, because I don't know how she was going to shoot that ball.
She turned the wrong way.
I thought Kenzie should have stopped and did a little pull-up jumper right in the middle of the lane there.
And Paratori makes a free throw.
Samantha 3 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Gotta like that.
Free throw again, good. So she makes another one. It'd be big if she can make her free throws, Tom.
Yeah, that's huge.
28-24, 5:56 to go here in this first half. Cincinnati in a little bit of half-court pressure. Look at the movement, Tom. It's just great.
Yeah, they get to their spots so quickly. Oh, you got to cut off baseline there,
there's Ricketts for a three-point attempt. Shot is no good. Air ball. Stevenson's going to run it down. And Stevenson quickly coming down the other way. Stevenson's going to pull up. She's going to fire up a shot. Air ball, no good. That's 2 shots that she's taken, Tom. Yeah. Probably not a good idea. And great job by Kenzie Brandt to kind of seal her off.
She's the player on the floor that has probably the best basketball knowledge. I mean, she knows the game so well. You see her make plays like that other people don't make on the court.
Absolutely. 28-24, 5:26 to go in this first half. Desiree Ash taking the ball out of bounds. Get it into Kenzie Brandt.
Good job.
And McDougal now bringing the ball up the court. Like to see her hit a couple more jumpers, Tommy. Kenzie Brandt's going to bring it back out. They got 19 on a shot clock. Again, it's going to be a man-to-man for Owens. Brandt's going to swing it over now to Ash. Ash going to drive in between the circles, running one-handed shot, no good. And
I think she thought she got fouled, so that's why she shot that.
I'm going to say 20 of Cameron Vaughn. That'll be her second foul. She said she pushed off. So we're going to go down to the other end. We're going to shoot some free throws.
So you got Chin and Vaughn both with 2. Yeah, I think you're going to see Haley come in, and she may finish the half on the bench. Yeah, you've seen a change in Owens here. They were going to the basket just about every trip down, and since then they've shot 4 threes, and none of them have really been that close. Kind of wonder why the change in philosophy so early.
Ricketts free throws off the front of the rim, no good, and it's rebounded by Ash. Going to give it up now to Haley Phillips. Phillips quickly coming down the other way. Kicks it back out to Ash. Ash over to McDougal. Gets it inside to Paratori. She turns, throws up a shot, no good. Tipped up and around and rebounded by Ricketts. Is going to outlet it to Bezu. Bezu's going to drive all the way to the basket. This time she lays it up and in.
That's 4 for Bezu.
28-26. I think this is how the game's going to be all game long, Tommy.
Yeah, she's not open.
Yep.
It's not open.
And trying to go out of bounds. They saved it. Was Owens, but saves it right to McDougal for Cincinnati. McDougal's going to go in, pull up at the elbow, throw up a shot, in and out, no good. And I'll tell you what, I don't mind that one, Tom.
I agree. Nobody picked her up.
Yep. And Ricketts with the rebound, but gives it outlet to Bezu. Gives it up. Adam throws up a shot high off the glass, no good. Adams with the rebound. And Bailey Adams going to give it out to Ricketts. She's going to fire up a three-point shot. Good. Ricketts hits a three-pointer, and Owens now has a lead at 29-28.
Yeah, this is one of those games you don't think that every possession matters, but when you look back on it, they really do, because it was 28-24, a minute and a half ago, and now it's 29-28 Owens.
It looks like Cincinnati's going to call a full timeout, trailing here 29-28. Tom, it looked like Cincinnati kind of had control of that half and made some silly passes inside and did make some jumpers. But, what we could see here down the line is the conditioning. See if that becomes a factor, because it seems like every game Cincinnati on down the line is the conditioning has been a huge factor.
Yeah, there's not too many teams that are going to tire Cincinnati out. And, like Kinsey Brandt, she probably will not leave the floor the whole game, which is not rare at all. But, one of the things you wanted to do was keep Emma Jean Ricketts as quiet as possible. And she's kind of quietly come up with 9 points. So, she's averaging 15. I think they've done a good job on the inside with her, but she drained that last 3. You don't want to see her start doing that.
And that just shows you how deadly she can be. She can hit the 3, but she's really good at driving to the basket. Cameron Vaughn prevented that from the one time from happening, and see if that's more of her game. Is it going to be the inside-outside type game, or, whether she's going to shoot the 3. And, I think if Cincinnati gets them to rely on a jump shot game, Cincinnati's going to have a good shot of winning this ball game.
Yeah, and the one thing with Cincinnati that we just talked about is at the times that they've come down and taken that quick shot are the times that we've gotten behind and they've gotten off on a break or whatever, and we're trying to play catch-up. When they've taken their time, we've gotten a good shot every time. They may not all fall, but they're getting better shots than when they just come down and launch one.
Right. So 29-28, Owens up on Cincinnati, 3:54 to go here in this first half. Dan Albers, Tom Benassi, Ron and McMillan here on Anderson Community Television and USBN Sports. Stevenson taking a ball out of bounds for Cincinnati. Gets it in the corner to Kinsey Brandt. Now to Paratori. She turns, throws up a shot.
There you go.
She puts one in from the wing. And
All right.
That'll help. 30-29, 3:44. Bezu's going to bring the ball out. Cincinnati's going to go back into a man-to-man. Bezu's going to drive all the way. Basket goes off her leg and almost stolen. Bond's going to fire up a shot off the front of the rim. No good.
Good job, Samantha.
Rebounded by Paratori. Kinsey Brandt gives it up now to Stevenson. Stevenson has it again. Owens going to be in a man-to-man. McDougal on the wing. Gives it up high to Paratori. Swings it over to Kinsey Brandt to Stevenson. Over to McDougal. McDougal's going to fire up a three-point shot. No good.
Good job,
Rebounded by Kinsey Brandt. She's going to bring it back out. It's going to give her a fresh shot clock. Brandt's going to fire up a shot. No good. And that is Desiree Ash who gets the rebound and gets fouled going to the basket.
Good job right there by Desiree Ash. I believe it's on Bond. That's 2 on her.
2 on her. So Ash will be on the line. First free throw is good.
She does not waste any time at the free throw line. Desiree, remember, was the one that hit the in-the-air jumper at the buzzer.
Oh, in and out, no good.
Tied the game against Ivy Tech and took it to overtime.
Quickly, Owens coming down the other way. House gave it up to Ricketts. Ricketts going to drive baseline. Now she goes off the glass. Shot no good. Bond with the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball. And possession, I believe, is going to go where?
It's staying,
Stay here with Owens.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 people had the opportunity to cut the baseline off for Ricketts there, and she got right between both of them.
What do we got here?
Shot clock. Shot clock. But the ball hit the rim. 27. 17. Ricketts' shot hit the rim.
How's it 17?
Are they saying her shot didn't hit the rim then? Because there's no way in the time that Bond got the rebound that there was 13 seconds.
It hit underneath the rim.
They're saying no. I don't know how.
Wow. So 17 seconds on the shot clock, 2:48 to go in this first half. House is going to get it into Bezu. Swing it over to Ricketts.
Don't let her get that shot off.
Bezu kicks it to House. House going to fire up a three-point shot. No good. And it's going to go right back out to Ricketts for Owens. Ricketts brings it back out. She's going to fire up a three-point shot. No good. They're going to call a foul on McDougal. And McDougal's going to pick up a foul. That'll be number 2. So she'll be in the line to shoot 3, Tommy.
Man, you hate to see a foul right there on a three-point jumper. Ricketts right now with 9 points.
Free throw's good.
Make that 10 and 7 rebounds to go with them. So she's quietly putting up a real nice ball game.
Free throw, no good.
Struggling here a little bit.
Another free throw by Ricketts. She doesn't make it, but getting a rebound was House. House going to kick it back out to Ricketts. Ricketts in between the circles. Goes over to her left, and there's Bezu for a three-point shot. Air ball, no good, and Desiree Ash is going to get the rebound. Quickly coming down is going to be Stevenson for Cincinnati. She's going to take it all the way, kick it over to Brandt.
Oh,
over to
drain
Ash.
it.
She's going to fire up a three-point shot, no good. And fighting for it and getting it is going to be Owens, and Ricketts has it. Ricketts gives it up to Bezu.
She walked
with the basketball.
Wow. That's 2 layups that Bezu has messed up for Owens right there. Didn't think she was going to have to take a dribble. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to do that.
So we're going under 2 minutes. Cincinnati up here by 1, 31-30. Stevenson off to her left for Cincinnati. Getting inside to Ash. Ash turns around, got hammered.
Oh, nice.
Throws it up and in. Did you hear the smack?
Yeah, what? That's unbelievable. Unless that happened somewhere else.
Yeah. 33-30, 141.
Desiree now with 8 points.
Owens spin
Good
around.
job.
Cincinnati going to be in that trap, and they steal it by Kinsey Brandt. Brandt has the basketball. She can probably take it all the way. She gives it into Stevenson. Stevenson got hammered and no call. Are you kidding me? Ricketts coming down the other way. Ricketts going to lay it up.
Oh,
shot
she
no
missed
good.
it.
So they've missed a ton of layups here, Tommy.
Unbelievable.
Stevenson's going to give it up now to Ash. She's going to drive baseline.
Layup.
Ash off the glass, up and in. How about that? Desiree Ash puts it up and in, and Cincinnati up by 5 at 35-30.
10-point first half for Desiree Ash.
You can just see Bailey Adams just kind of stuck her arm out. She wasn't ready to play defense on that last one. And I think this defensive pressure is causing some issues.
Yeah.
Adams going to give it out to Howe. She's going to fire up a three-point shot. No good. And Ricketts with the rebound. And they get it inside. Nice pass. They get it up and in to Bond. Puts it up and in.
That's 5 for Jordan Bond.
We're at 37 seconds to go here in this first half. Cincinnati, there's probably about a 10-second differential on the shot clock and the game clock. Kinsey Brandt gives it into Ash. Ash going to spin, throws it up, shot. Got blocked by Ricketts. And quickly coming down, they got 20 seconds to go. Bond's going to take it all the way. She's going to lay it up and in.
Nobody stopped her.
And that's a 35-34 game here with 12 seconds to go.
Take your time. Take your time.
Stevenson has the basketball. Kicks
Good
it out
job.
now to McDougal. McDougal getting it into Ash. Ash turns, throws up a shot. No good. Bond with the rebound, and that's going to be the end of the first half, Tom. Just as we thought. Very exciting first half.
Yeah, not surprised by anything that happened in the first half at all. I think obviously Cameron Vaughn getting those 2 early fouls limited her time, so we'll see a lot more production out of her in the second half. But pretty nice first half, I think, by both teams.
Absolutely. So Tom and I will take a break, regroup ourselves, our score here at halftime. Cincinnati up 35-34. Back with second half action right after this. Hi, everyone. I'm Dan Albers, joined here with Tom Benassi on our first game, of our doubleheader. The Ladies Surge are up 35-34, and Tom, it was what we expected, a really close, great first half.
Yeah, no doubt. And the leading scorer for Owens coming in was Emma Jean Ricketts at 15 a game, and she ended with 10 points and 8 rebounds, I'm sorry. And Karen Scott, the story, she's averaging 10 and 9, and she had 3 fouls in the first half, and it limited her minutes big time. For Cincinnati State, Desiree Ash with 10, Kinsey Brandt with 7. And the big thing, three-point shooting for both teams. Owens is 1 of 8. Cincinnati State is 2 of 7. So not very good there. Everything else is pretty even. Kinsey Brandt, of course, the lone player to play all 20 minutes.
So we should have an exciting game here and a conclusion to this game. And foul trouble, I think, as you said, Scott has 3. For Cincinnati, they got a couple with 2. They got Chin with 2, Vaughn with 2, and McDougal with 2. And so we'll see if that becomes a factor on down the game. But Scott was limited at the very end there because she had foul trouble with 3 fouls.
Yeah, and you talked about it earlier in the half that, you kind of thought that the defensive pressure by Cincinnati State would kind of start taking its toll, and it looked like it had, and then Owens was able to get that little run right before halftime that got him right back and, made it a 1-point game. But same thing will happen this half. We'll see if Owens can weather that pressure over a 20-minute period without falling back 4, 5, 6 points. So I suspect it's going to be just as even the second half, and I think that's what makes every possession key. You have to take care of the basketball. Owens had 12 turnovers. Cincinnati State had 8 turnovers in the first half. Not terrible for either side, but keep Emma Jean as quiet as you can if you're Cincinnati State.
So it looks like Cincinnati State will be taking the ball out of bounds here to start the second half.
Oh, that's pleasant. Nice start to the half where the referee just puts the ball down. That's pleasant.
And they get it to Kinsey Brand, who gives it to Stevenson now. So they're going to be in a 1-2-2, Tom. Stevenson has the basketball. Crosses it over to Chen. Chen jump stop, throws up a shot.
Nice
Good.
start for Chen right there. Very nice start for her.
And she sat down for a little bit because she was in foul trouble with 2 fouls. So didn't see a lot of her in that first half. And there's going to be a silly foul by Desiree Ash, so far away from the basket.
Yeah, and against the zone, you don't want to sit there and hold the ball. You got to move the ball around and make the defense shift, and that's where you get your open dumps down low. Are you serious? Shot clock. Shot clock.
What are we doing here?
It's got to be 25, I would say. It's got to be 24, 25, somewhere in that range. Yeah, it's got to be. What are we going to? I'm saying 24. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, according to my stopwatch, it should have been 24.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. I don't know how these guys come up with this stuff. Bezu's going to give it down in the corner to number 21, and that's Heacock. Heacock's going to kick it back out to Bond. Bond trying to get it inside. I don't think anybody was ready for that one. Kinsey Brandt now is going to give it up to Stevenson. Stevenson has basketball. They got 22 on the shot clock. Swing it around now. They're going to play a little bit of zone on them, does Owens. 16 on the shot clock now. Get it down to Ash. Going to give it back up high. Now they got 10 on the shot clock. They're going to have to hurry up and get something going here. Get it to Chen. Get it down to Ash. She's going to fire up a three-point shot. It is no good. Rebounded by Bezu. Bezu's going to give it up to Bond, who's running all the way down. She's going to lay it up. Shot was no good.
Oh, she got fouled.
She got absolutely hammered and no call, and they're going to call it over in the back. That's unbelievable. Number 22,
Scott.
Yep, Scott was going in and got absolutely hammered.
How was that not called, Dan? I can't. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
So Stevenson for Cincinnati will have it as they called it over and back. It's 37-34, Cincinnati up. There's Cameron Vaughn, give it up to Ash. She thought about the three-pointer but brought it back out. Swinging around now, looking inside, nothing there. Ball's going to be stolen by Bond. Bond's going to give it up to Bezu. Bezu, nice pass.
Yeah, real nice.
And Tuhika missed another late, and they call a late foul. They're going to call a foul on 11. I believe that's going to be Stevenson. That'll be her first.
Yeah, just kind of a lazy possession right there for Chin, giving the ball up that easily. And, you want to be patient, but that doesn't mean you just stand there with the ball. You have to move the ball against the zone, and we saw it happen to the men's team a little bit. Wednesday night when Edison threw that zone at him, that's when the lead just disappeared.
Looks like they're going to call another foul as they got the ball inside to Ricketts. And they called it on Desiree Ash. That's going to be quickly number 2 on her. That's going to hurt, Tom. They're getting foul trouble now.
And you see, once again, Owens starting to attack the basket in the first minute and a half of this half, like they did early in the first half. And then they ended up moving away from that.
So Ricketts will make her first free throw. Paratori checking back in for Cincinnati. And next free throw in and out, no good.
Oh, look
Rebounded
at that.
by Bezu. Get it out to Bond. She's going to cross it all the way over to Heacock. Nice pass inside to Scott.
Travel.
And she walked with the basketball.
She knew what she wanted to do. Unfortunately, she did it a little too quickly.
So McDougal now will take the ball out. They're going to put on some pressure. Looks like they got a 1-2-1-1. Stevenson
thought she traveled.
Gives it up now to Kinsey Brandt. Brandt to Vaughn. We haven't seen a lot of was Henshins today.
No, she came in just for like a minute and a half, I think.
Get it to
nice
Vaughn and
block.
got her shot blocked from behind, but fighting for it was Stevenson. She's going to give it up now to Scott for Owens.
Cut her off.
Cut her off. To her
good
left,
job.
Spin, turn, throws up a shot. No good.
Defense
Rebounded
right
by
there.
Stevenson. Stevenson quickly coming down the other way for Cincinnati.
Nice.
In a corner to Kinsey Brandt. Her shot was no good. Paratori with the rebound. She got hammered by Bond, but Paratori does a good job of fighting for that rebound. Foul's going to be on 0. Bond, it'll be her third.
And that's actually a big foul because Jordan Bond kind of was the electricity behind their little run there with her couple steals and big rebounds late in that first half. So that third foul could be huge.
Paratori puts in the shot.
5 for 5 from the free throw line for Samantha today.
And she misses the second one, but Kinsey Brandt gets it, puts it up. Shot is no good. Cameron Vaughn puts it up and in. So good job on the offensive glass by Cincinnati. And now I have a back up to a 5-point lead at 40-35.
And that's Cameron Vaughn, as you talked about, nationally number 1 in offensive rebounding.
And Bond's going to fire up a 3-point shot. No good. She gets her own rebound. Turns around. She got her shot blocked by Paratori, but they're going to call a foul on her. And that'll be 2 on Paratori.
So that's what, 3 fouls so far this half? 4 fouls on Cincinnati State already in this second half.
So Bond will be on the line to shoot 2. Free throw good. Bond
now with 8 points, 6 rebounds to go with him. So she was definitely a factor in that first half.
Free throw good. Shoots both free throws, going to make it 40-37. Stevenson gives it up to Kinsey Brandt. Brandt had it, brought it back out. Again, they're going to be, Owens is going to be in a zone. Brandt gets down in the corner to Vaughn to get it inside of Paratori. She turns, throws the shot, falls in.
She's got that little rhythm now. She has that little hop, and she's got it in rhythm, looks much more comfortable than she has in a couple games.
Doesn't really have anybody that's guarding her that's the same height as her, so that's going to help her too, is making that shot. Get it to Bezu, gets it down into Scott. Scott up, under, throws up a shot, lost it. And Cincinnati coming down the other way. McDougal giving up to Brandt. Brandt's going to lay it up. Doesn't get it, but there's Vaughn with the rebound. Throws it up. Shot was no good. McDougal with the rebound. She's going to bring it back out. Stevenson's going to fire up a shot inside of circles, in and out, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to say it goes to Owens.
Kinsey got a little too close to the basket right there on that layup. Up 5, 42-37. Cincinnati State opens up a quick lead here in the second half.
And Bezu gives it up now to Heacock. Now to Ricketts. 3-pointer, no good. And Kinsey Brandt with the rebound. She's quickly coming down to her left, brings it back up the middle, gives it to Vaughn. Vaughn fires up a baseline shot, no good. She's not used to those shots now. She's used to inside. And Owens was falling out of bounds, and Bond had to throw it. So Cincinnati now will have the ball out of bounds, and it looks like Stevenson is going to check back into the ball game.
Well, you got to like the way Vaughn's hitting the offensive glass now already in the second half and limited time in the first half. So we're going to see a good move getting Samantha out. She was tired, and you keep her rested, and she's played very well.
Yep.
She got to the free throw line, done a very good job there. So Coach Beeler will keep the parts moving.
Absolutely. They're in a 1-2-2 is Owens and
foul. How's that now?
Getting the rebound is, how about that? Cameron Vaughn off the miss. Puts it in, and now, Tom, they've got that lead up to 7 at 44-37.
Thought for sure that was a foul on Chin on her drive to the basket, but not today.
Cincinnati themselves looks like they're in a...
Oh, it's off her.
Maybe in a matchup
close.
zone. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Owens. They got 16 on the shot clock. And that is Adams
Good
driving
D.
in, kicks it
Good
inside,
D.
and there's McDougal that's going to run it down.
Stevenson, very good defense right there on
McDougal
Adams.
coming right down the middle, gets it down into Chen. She's going to drive, spin, throws it up. Got it blocked or shot. I don't know what was going on with that one. But Ricketts runs it down. She's coming down the other way. Probably not with a 7-point lead. That's not the possession you wanted, Tommy.
No, if you got an open shot, yeah, but not a shot like that.
Scott fires up a shot, and it's going to be over the back on number 44, Bailey Adams. That'll be number 3 on her.
And Karen Scott with those 3 early fouls that we talked about in the first half, and she's 1 of 4 from the field, so she just can't seem to get into rhythm. She comes in averaging almost 11 points a game and 9 rebounds.
Cincinnati up by 7 here, 44-37. Get it down in the corner to Ashley. Give it back now to McDougal. Swing it around to Kinsey Brandt. Gets it inside to Cameron Vaughn. Pump fakes, throws it up off the glass,
job.
up, and it. You know what? She's not afraid. Ooh. She is not afraid to go up on a taller player, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout called by Owens.
That might have been the best move of the day right there. She did not even hesitate. She put the ball up high and went right into the defender and forced her to play. And that's a great move by Cameron Vaughn, and we see what we missed those minutes she had to sit in the first half.
Yeah. So she puts it up and under, does a great job. Cincinnati's extended lead of 46-37 again. Both these teams are on top of the league here. Cincinnati comes in with a 16-3 record, 2-0 in the conference. Owens comes in at 14-5 and 2-0. And Cincinnati, Tom, let's see here. They, after lost 2 over the Christmas break, they have won 4 of their last 5 games. They've come out with a victory. And just, you got to be very, very impressed with Coach Beeler and what she's been able to do. Coming in late, getting these recruits and building the foundation that she has, and she's doing a great job.
Yeah, I think it's phenomenal the way they play. I think they do a very good job of playing well together. But to get all those parts to mesh as quickly as she did, I think is amazing. And like she said, there's one thing will not happen, is the other team will not be better conditioned than we are.
Absolutely not. And we saw that made down the stretch when they played Ivy Tech and also when they played Edison. That was what won them the game, and their defense and their strength got them to those 2 victories.
So Cameron Vaughn already with 6 points and 3 rebounds in the second half, which is much better than what she did in the first half for 12 minutes.
Absolutely. Cincinnati going to put on a little bit of pressure up here, 46-37. Quickly coming down was Adams. Going to give it up to House. Swings it over to Adams. Adams gets it inside and shot up off the glass, in and out, no good. It's going to go off, I believe, Cincinnati. Last shot was by Scott. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay here with Owens.
And Scott was determined to take that one to the basket and still can't get one to fall.
Get it down in the corner to Adams. Adams going to drive all the way in, throws up an off-balance shot. Throw it off with the opposite hand. Did not look good, and Coach wasn't happy about that at all. Stevenson gets down in the corner to Chen. Chen spins, throws it up, no good.
She's
a little
balance.
Too quick on that one. And Ricketts now coming down the other way, almost stolen by Chen. Gives it up to Adams, and that is Ebony Adams. Ebony's going to drive all the way to the basket. She throws it up, shot no good. 2 shots that Coach probably does not like what she's taking.
I agree.
Stevenson is going to come drive all the way down, and takes it off the glass, no good. And Ricketts goes over to the top and gets the rebound, and get it to House. She's going to take it and lay it up and in.
Can't get beat back like that.
And Stevenson now has the basketball. It said she carried the basketball. So another turnover.
You see, once again, there's 2 possessions now, Dan. You're kind of opening the door. You had Owens sitting right there. You're ready to get up around 10-point lead, and that's 2 trips now. You've opened the door for them to jump right back in.
And we're going to see Brandy Henshins check back into the ball game, and I believe also Desiree Ash is going to check back in. There's the 3-point attempt on the way by Ricketts. It is great rebounding by Cincinnati. And Stevenson with the rebound. She's quickly coming down the other way. She's got numbers. She gets it down in the corner to Hetchin. She's going to fire up a shot, no good. And they just cannot make any shots, Tom. Where was she throwing it?
I don't know.
McDougal's going to give it up to Cameron Vaughn, and Vaughn's going to take it up, lay it up and in.
Vaughn now with 8 points in the second half. Not bad at all. 12 for the game.
48-39, 12:35 to go. Again, we'll be joined by Coach Beeler after the game and get her thoughts on this game. And there's Scott driving to the basket.
Blocked by
Vaughn. And Chen's going to get it, give it to Stevenson. Stevenson quickly coming down the other way. Kicks it over to Kinsey Brandt. To McDougal. 20 on the shot clock, 12-13 to go here in this second half.
No rush. Get good shots. That's what you want. You need a good shot every trip.
And Stevenson gives it up to Brandt. Now they have 10. They're under 10 seconds. They got 8 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to hurry up. Stevenson's not aware. Stevenson's going to have to pull up. They kick it to Brandt. She fires up a three-point shot. Oh, air ball, no good. Rebounded by Ricketts. And they've got numbers, Tom. They've got it all the way. House is going to take it, but she's going to be fouled. Good job by Chen. But I believe that's going to be number 3 on her, so that might hurt a little bit.
Yeah, that's twice now they haven't rotated back well enough, and you end up chasing them down, trying to stop them from getting a layup.
House. Free throw, no good. Kinsey Brandt and Ash do check back into the ballgame for Cincinnati. Bays, who checks back in for Owens. And Dan Albers, Tom Benassi, Rondell McMillan here on USBN Sports and Anderson Community Television. Next free throw, good. Make it 48-40. Vaughn.
Good job. Good job.
Brings it back out now. Gives it to McDougal. Dougal swings it over to Kinsey Brandt. Brandt kind of drives, brings it back out, gives it now to Desiree Ash. Swings it over to McDougal. Kinsey Brandt looking inside, gets it into Cameron Vaughn, up on her, powers it up off the glass, in and out, no good. She's fighting for the rebound, and it is going to be a jump ball. Possession should stay here with Cincinnati. No, what?
Other way.
It should be going to Cincinnati. Didn't the last possession go?
It was in the first half, wasn't it?
I thought that they.
I don't think they've had a tie up here.
I thought they did. I thought they had it down here and it stayed here with Owens. Oh, nonetheless, Owens gets the ball basketball back here, trailing 48-40. Bond has it on the outside, looking inside.
Good D by Ash. Good D on the inside.
House going to drive all the way in, takes it strong to the basket, no good, and Cameron Vaughn with the rebound. Gives it to McDougal. Gives it up to Hedgens. Hedgens pulls up for a three-pointer. Good! How about that?
Two.
Oh, wow. That was still a nice job by Hedgens. And that gives Cincinnati a 10-point lead at 50-40.
Cut her off. Cut her off.
It's going to be a push, yep.
And she didn't need to bump her. She had help from McDougal. She had nowhere to go.
It'll be Hedgens. That'll be her first. Owens will take the ball out of bounds. And they get it up high to Ricketts. Bezu over to House. Get it inside to Scott. She's going to drive all the way and gets it knocked out of her hand by Hedgens, off her leg, out of bounds.
Good job by Brandy.
Good job by Brandy Hedgens. She hasn't really played much, Tom, today, but she's really stepped up with a big play on the offensive side now here on the defensive side.
Yeah, nice quick bucket on one end and a little turnover on the other end.
So Cincinnati up here 50-40 at 10:35.
Kinsey.
Kinsey Brandt gives it up now. They got it in the corner to Brandy Hedgens again. Three-pointer shot, no good.
Good job by Desiree.
Desiree Ash gets it but loses it, and coming down the other way is Bond. Bond's going to take it all the way to the basket. Shot was no good. Scott's there for the rebound, puts it up and in.
And you don't want to see her get going, that's for sure.
And Cincinnati breaks the press pretty easily. They got numbers.
Oh.
And there should be a foul. Oh, are you kidding me? It's like Haley Phillips going to check back in for Cincinnati, and also number 21 is Heacock for Owens. I don't understand. Sometimes they call it, sometimes they don't.
I think there was a foul there, but I was more upset that there's no reason to try and throw that pass. It was too tight of a window to get that in. There's no reason to rush like that with an 8-point lead.
Cincinnati trying to hang on here. They're up 50-42, 9:56 to go in this ball game. Heacock has it on the wing. Gets it up high to Bezu. Over to Bond. Fires up a shot. No good, but there's Ricketts to put it up and in. Trying to get back into this lead. Time we saw this with Edison where they had that lead and just couldn't put them away. Owens creeping back into this ball game. 50-44. Kinsey Brandt's going to break the press now, and then they're going to set up into their offense. Looks like it's a 2-3 zone for Owens. To Hutchins. Gets done in the corner to Ash. Swing around, they get it inside, kick it back out. Hutchins for a three-point shot, no good. And there is Ash for the rebound. She couldn't put it in, and fighting for it, and it's going to be Ricketts. So Bezu comes down, gives it over to Heacock. Heacock to Bezu. Bezu swings it over to Bond, gets it inside. Nice job by
Brandt. Got her hand on it.
Throw it down to Hutchins. Hutchins is going to bring it back out. Give it into Ash. Ash got her shot blocked by Bond, and it's going to give it up to Heacock. Heacock's going to take it and lay it up and in, Tom. Cincinnati's going to call a timeout now. They were up 10. Now it's down to a 4-point ball game.
And for Owens, you had Mackenzie Heacock with 9 in the first half, and that's her first bucket in the second half. Another quick possession for Cincinnati State, and like you said, we were up 10. Now it's right back. 4-point game. Yeah, you have to use every possession to your advantage. And I think when you have a team down 10, I'm not saying you have to sit on the ball, but you have to make the defense put energy on the floor out on the defensive end.
Absolutely.
And get a good shot out of it. And some of the shots they've taken have been questionable here in the last few minutes.
So again, these two teams, as we said earlier in this broadcast, both at top of the league. Cincinnati 16-3, 2-0 in a conference. Owens 14-5 and 2-0 in a conference. And Cincinnati's on a stretch here where then they will take on, I believe Columbus State's atop the league too. They'll take on Columbus State on, I believe, on Wednesday, and it'll come home again on Saturday to play Cuyahoga. So that'll be very interesting to see what they can do here on out.
Yeah, you have to protect your home floor. That's the biggest thing, and that's why that loss by the men the other night on your home floor kind of hurts twice as bad, because if you lose there, okay, I can, but you don't want to lose on your home floor. That's the one thing, you got to protect your home turf.
Cincinnati trying to hang on. Tom, you've always seen them all during the year to have pretty much close games, and they're doing it again. The referee puts the ball down. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was a little quick on that one too, I thought.
The old Grizzly Bear. Give the ball up to Kinsey Brandt. Brandt gets it over to Brandy Hutchins. Over to Kinsey Brandt. They're going to bring it back out. They got 18 on the shot clock. Hutchins.
Good job.
Has it.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Cameron Vaughn swinging around now to Haley Phillips. Over to Kinsey Brandt. They get it inside to Paratori. She turns around, throws up a shot. No good. And coming down quickly is going to be Heacock. Try to give it up. Not a good pass, but Scott saves it. Cricket spins, throws up a off-balance shot. She got fouled.
Yeah,
no
I thought
call.
she did too.
Haley Phillips with the rebound. Phillips gets it to Brandy Hutchins. Phillips going to fire up a three-point shot. Good! How about that?
Shot by Haley right there.
That's a big three-pointer. We really haven't seen her get on track like we did a couple times last year.
No, she has been struggling. Last year, you'd see her come in and get 6 or 8 right away. It was instant offense, and she has definitely struggled with her shot this year.
And driving in the basket. Oh, it gets fouled was Ricketts. And I believe they're going to call a foul on number 33, Paratori. That'll be her third.
Not only that, but she gets the bucket on top of it. So now Emma Jean will go to the line where she's 3 or 4 of 8 from the free throw line, which kind of interesting. I thought she'd be a higher percentage than that.
Ricketts, misses the free throw, and it's going to be rebounded by Cameron Vaughn. Cincinnati up here 53-48. Swinging around to Chen. Chen gets it done in the corner to Ash. She's going to fire up a three-point shot. It is no good. Probably a little too quick again, Tom, on the three-pointers. They got the lead, and I don't think you need one of those shots. Good defense by Kinsey Brandt. 7:07 to go in this ballgame. Dan Albers, Tom Benassi, and Rhonda McMillan here on Anderson Community Television and USBN Sports. Bond has the basketball for Owens. Gets it. She might have double dribbled. She's got it. 5 seconds, maybe 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How was that
how do you
5
not do
seconds?
a 5-second call?
She started up here, went down, came up, went back down again, and is still letting her dribble.
Owens will take the ball out of bounds. They have 10 on the shot clock. Got the ball inside to Heacock. She backs away. How's it not an offensive foul, Tommy?
I don't know.
Way in and got a rebound by Cameron Vaughn.
It's
you
too
give up
inconsistent, Dan.
Haley Phillips thought
Good
she was.
job.
I thought she was going to fire that one up. Get it down to Ash. Gives it to Cameron Vaughn.
Good movement.
To McDougal. Or is that McDougal? No, that's Haley Phillips. Excuse me. But getting the rebound, I believe, is Chen. They're going to call a jump ball. And possession error is going to stay with Cincinnati.
You look at how many passes they threw on that possession, and Haley Phillips gets a shot within 5 feet of the basket. That's against the zone. You can't ask for more than that. You just got to be patient.
53-48, 6:28. So they're taking the ball out of bounds. Get it to Haley Phillips. Gives it back to Kinsey Brandt. Fires a shot. No good. Rebound by Cincinnati. Good job by Vaughn, and that's going to be a foul on Bond. And if that is, that's 4.
No, she got the rebound. She got fouled. Oh, you're talking on Bond?
Yeah, that'll be 4 on her.
Yeah, Cameron Vaughn, 8 points and 6 rebounds here in the second half. So definitely coming alive after sitting for 8 in the first half. Good job.
Put in. 55-48. Is that right? 55-48? I've got 55-46.
No, I think they have 48. Because it was 53-48 before that.
Three-pointer on the way, no good.
Good job. Easy.
Oh, not a good pass by Chin, but she's going to get it.
Oh.
And there's going to be an offensive foul, I believe.
Nope.
And if not, it's going to be 5 on Bond.
Yeah, I think Bond reached before because you could have definitely gotten Chin on an offensive
she's
foul.
out of the ball game.
Wow. And I'll tell you what, she's been a key contributor on the boards late in the first half. She was kind of right behind that big run they had. So that could be a key loss right there for Owens. She's going to leave with 9 points, 7 of them in the first half.
So Cincinnati, that'll help them just a little bit. She started to become a big presence. Swing it around to Haley Phillips. Phillips gets it inside to Ash. Ash spins, turns left-handed shot, no good. And it is going to be rebounded and controlled by Ricketts. Ricketts quickly coming down the other way for Owens. Nice pickup by Chin. Got the ball inside. She walked with the basketball.
Good defense. Great defense by Haley Phillips right there.
That was awesome defense by Cincinnati. Get it to Heacock in the corner. She got fouled by Phelps.
And then she fouls a three-pointer.
I tell you what, like you said, any more consistency by the referees is just unbelievable.
That helped defense right there by Haley Phillips. That you could put that on a videotape and give that to coaches. Done perfectly. But then you go and foul a three-point shooter.
Looks like coach for Owens is going to call a timeout. He's going to call a full timeout. 55-48 is our score. Cincinnati trying to hang on to this victory and be in sole possession of first place in this league.
The one thing you don't see, Dan, it's kind of I don't see the energy from Ricketts that you would expect to see. It coming in averaging 15 a game, you would kind of expect her to say, okay, we're struggling. Give me the ball.
Right.
I want the ball. And you don't see that out of her right now.
Yeah, and Tom, I agree with what you just said. The help side defense today for Owens has been outstanding. I mean, they've had so many times where somebody has got the ball and they've tried to spin, and the defensive coverage by someone else has just been outstanding.
Yeah, they've done a good job, and Cameron Vaughn's been a monster here in the second half, like we kind of expected. But they're doing a good job. They're back to getting good shots on the offensive end. Now you're down under 6, right? Is it under 6 minutes?
Yes.
To go. now the possessions get even bigger. So now you can take your time more and hold the ball a little bit and still get a good shot.
So Cincinnati, as we said, up 55-48. And they will then, after this game today, they will go to Columbus State on the 23rd. And then after that, come back here against Cuyahoga on the 26th. And that'll be, I don't know how Cuyahoga women are. I know the men have improved year in and year out. I believe Cuyahoga's a little bit struggling a little bit. But, you just never know, as we saw Edison State beating the men the other night.
Yeah, after having a 16-point lead. So you got Mackenzie Heacock with 11 points, and she'll have 3, and she misses the first. They are not helping themselves out at the free throw line, that's for sure.
The next free throw, good. So she hits one of them so far. Free throw's no good, so she only makes 1 of 3, which is, we'll take that. Kenzie Brandt's going to give it up now to Vaughn.
Take your time.
Vaughn gives it up now to Haley Phillips. Nice pick, and she lost him, but they're going to call a late foul.
Karen Scott, that'll be 4 on Karen Scott. And she's been frustrated all day,
22,
Dan.
that is going to be on Scott. That will be her 4th foul. Looks like Stevens is going to check back into the ballgame for Cincinnati. Cincinnati taking the ball out of bounds. They get it to Kenzie Brandt. She's going to fire up a three-point shot. Good! Yes. How about that?
Big shot.
Kenzie Brandt hits a big three-pointer. Cincinnati up 58-49.
Good defense. She just took it right away from her.
Jump ball. Good job by Stevenson.
It stays here. Did they ever switch the light?
Yeah, they did. So it is Owens gets the basketball. Great job by Stevenson.
Yeah, she got out in front of that play and put her hands right on the ball.
And so they get the ball in bounds. We are under 5 minutes to go. Scott gets the ball one-on-one with Cameron Vaughn. Spins. Nice defense again, but she puts it up and in.
That's a good shot by Karen Scott right there with, like you said, good help defense again by the Surge.
And Stevenson now breaks the press, gets it over to Haley Phillips, gets it inside to Desiree Ash. Left-handed shot off the front of the rim. I think she might have lost control of the ball when she went up. And quickly coming down the other way is going to be Owens. Get it, swinging around to Ricketts. Ricketts falls on the ground. What did she do?
I don't know. She
out. I don't know how she fell.
I don't know. She just doesn't seem to have a whole lot of energy today. I don't know if she's not feeling well or what, but
Paratori comes into the ball game for Cincinnati. It looks like Ricketts might be coming out. Nope. It's going to be Heacock. (58-51), 4:24 to go. We'll be joined with Coach Beeler after the game.
Take your time. Take your time.
Give it up now, and Kenzie Brandt gives it up to Paratori. Gives it back up. Nice job. Bring it back out. Oof. Kenzie Brandt's going to take it all the way. Lays it up and in. How did she get through that? How did she get through that? And we're under 4 minutes to go in this ball game. Cincinnati up 60-51, 3:53 to go.
And that's 12 for Kenzie now.
And and there's going to be a foul on Stevenson, I believe. And that'll be number 2 on her. So on the line will be number 11, and that will be Ebony Adams will be on the line.
That foul was what we would call a no-doubter.
Yeah. Well, you never know with this client. First free throw, good.
And that's Ebony's first point of the game.
Hitchens checks in and Phillips checks out.
Ebony had a couple wild shots late in the first half, kind of out of nowhere. And that's all. I mean, her first point.
Free throw, no good. Rebounded by Paratori.
All right.
3:43 to go in this ballgame since they're trying to hang on to a 60-52 lead.
Now you just want to take your time.
Get it to Brandy.
Make
Kinsey
them
Brandt.
come and get you.
Kinsey Brandt has it. Gives it up to Stevenson. Stevenson gets it down in the corner to Hitchens. They got 9 seconds. Paratori. Get it inside to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to take it, throw it up. Shot no good. Fighting for it. And it looks like it's going to be Ricketts with the rebound. And what do they got? They're going to have a timeout called by Owens. So Owens will call a 30-second timeout, trailing here 80-52.
Yeah, even though the shot didn't go for Vaughn, it's a good possession. They ran the shot clock down and got a shot within just a couple feet of the basket. So I think overall that's the kind of possession you want. Obviously you want to make the shot, but you run the clock down and limit the number of possessions left in this ball game.
Cincinnati, as we said, trying to hang on for sole possession of first place in the league. They're up 60-52, 3:14 to go. And Owens taking the ball out of bounds. It'll be Bezu bringing the ball up. So they're going to try to do a little half-court trap, and they get it quickly in to Scott. She throws it off the glass, up and in. So did a good job getting it right in. She hasn't scored in quite a while.
And Karen Scott now with 10 points, right on her average. So she's fought her way through the game.
That's going to be over in the back, and Owens will get the ball back.
And Dan, that's the first turnover we've seen on that press in a long time.
Stevenson will come out. McDougal will come back in.
So you got a 6-point game here. You got to keep up with your help defense. Do not get out of position.
Get it down in the corner. There's House going to fire up a three-point shot. Good! Oh, my goodness. It's a three-pointer, and it's a three-point ball game, Tommy. Could we see another unbelievable finish here? Kinsey Brandt's going to get it, dribble right back out of it, give it over to Hitchens. Hitchens over to McDougal. 16 on the shot clock. McDougal's going to go off to her left. Looking inside, gives it up high to Hitchens. Hitchens gives it over to Chen. Chen spins, gives it back to McDougal. McDougal drives in, throws up a shot off the glass, no good.
Kinsey Brandt.
Going up for Kinsey Brandt. How about that? That's a huge basket, Tom.
Just continues to be huge for this team.
And we're under 2 minutes to go in this ballgame. Cincinnati hanging on to that 62-57 lead. Cross court over to House. She's going to fire up another three-point shot. Good! Wow, it's another three-pointer.
Wow.
62-60. Give it over to McDougal now. McDougal has a 1:41 to go in this ballgame. Get it inside. There's going to be a push.
Out.
And that's 5 on her.
That's out. She's out. 5 fouls for Karen Scott, and she's going to leave with 10 points.
That's 5, and that means that
that's a big foul.
That is a huge foul, especially if this game goes into an overtime.
And right now you're looking down the stretch with 1:34 to play. You've got Owens 13 of 25 from the free throw line, and Cincinnati State is 12 of 16.
Cincinnati will take the ball to bounce. I thought they weren't at the they're not 1-1 yet, so that hurts a little bit too. And they get the ball into Cameron Vaughn.
You got a new shot clock.
Hitchens fires up a three-point shot, no good. And fighting for it, they couldn't get it. They had a new shot clock. I'm sure, like you said, Tom, that's not what they wanted. And I'll tell you what, watch out for House. That's the one right now. Get the ball into Ricketts. Ricketts drives in the basket, gets fouled.
It's a good foul. You didn't let her make the shot. That's a good foul because she had a layup. But, I don't like that three at all. You had 28 seconds left on the shot clock.
Cameron Vaughn picks up her third foul.
They could have run that down to almost a minute left in the game. It's a bad shot.
So Ricketts going to make a free throw. Let's make it a 1-point ball game at 62-61.
Ricketts 5 of 10 from the free throw line.
Free thrown away, good. So she hits them both, Tom, and that's going to tie the score up here at 62. Got a timeout called by Cincinnati. They had trouble getting the ball in bounds. They just got lucky with that one. 62-62, 116.
I still go back to that last possession, Dan. You could have run. They're not going to foul. They're only down 2, so they're not going to foul you. You could have run 25 more seconds off that clock, and it limits the number of possessions that you're allowing Owens to get the rest of the way. And, now you're tied up. Now you got to start playing ball. And, it's I think Cameron Vaughn or Kinsey's the go-to girl right here.
We'll see what happens here. They're going to have to make something happen. They got to get the ball inbounds here. Just kind of what we thought this game would end up being, Tom.
Yeah.
And how fitting is this song?
Yeah, a few minutes ago you're thinking, man, they could ice this game, put it away, and now you're fighting for a home court win.
Samantha Paratori taking them out of bounds. Get it into McDougal. McDougal has it. Gives it up now to Kenzie Brandt. Need to get the hands off. Kenzie Brandt lost control, falls on the ground. Going to call a timeout. Good defense by Owens. So they're going to have to call a full timeout, Tom. They might be down to, they might not have too many timeouts left.
It's now crunch time, and we've seen this team in close games play very well, take care of the basketball. They've done the little things right down the stretch in 2 games against Ivy Tech and Edison State here. So we'll see if they can keep their composure right here at home. The next foul puts them on the free throw line. So, they still have the ball, and they got the home court advantage. But it's going to be a battle here in the last minute. It's going to last a while, too.
Yeah, yes, it will. Yeah, we've always seen great games between these two teams, and just when you thought Cincinnati was going to pull away with this and ice a victory, like you said, Tom, Owens just kept fighting back, and they've got 2 starters that are down right now.
Yeah, I thought that losing Bond was huge at the time because she was kind of taking up the slack that Karen Scott was struggling, and then Karen Scott picked it up. She fouls out. I thought for sure that was, that was kind of the edge they needed. And here they go, man. They're staying in it. House with 2 big threes for Owens.
So Cincinnati and Owens tied up here at 62. Get the ball into, there's a 3-pointer. Oh! How about that? That is a huge 3-pointer.
Guess who?
Wow.
Kenzie Brandt.
Huge 3-pointer. Cincinnati up by 3. Cincinnati's going to have to play some defense. Oh, and they traveled. Wow.
Yep, good call. I'll tell you what, Kenzie Brandt, there is no pressure in her world, I don't think. The bigger the shot, she's going to make it.
Wow, and Owens is going to call a timeout to figure out what they want to do with 46.9 seconds to go. And every game that we have done when it gets close, I was sitting there thinking, what am I going to talk to Coach about? I was going to talk about the help side defense and, Cameron Vaughn, how great she was playing. But it always ends up that I have to talk about Kenzie Brandt.
Well, you know what? She plays just about 40 minutes every game. And she not only can score, but she does the other things. She gets the loose balls. She gets the rebounds. So it's not just that you're relying on her to score. It's everything. She's the smartest player out there, I believe, basketball-wise. I think she knows the game. She knows where she needs to be, and that's why she comes up with so many huge plays.
So Cincinnati with a huge 3-pointer by Kenzie Brandt to put them up by 3, 65-62, seeing if they can seal the deal, close this thing out.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was absolutely huge. Huge shot off that play, and now you just got to play good defense, help each other out, but you got to watch for House right now, who's hit the last 2 threes. You know they're going to foul, or you would think they're going to foul. They might not yet.
They got one more
they
left.
Can wait, yeah.
They'll probably do one more, maybe foul right away, because they are definitely. Get the ball in.
Next one they got one-on-one.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they need a foul right now, so they can get that one-on-one. So that is going to put them. That should put them at 7 right now. Correct.
So that's
so that's going to be one-on-one.
Cameron Vaughn goes to the line, and she is 4 for 4 tonight at the line. She's got 14 points and 7 rebounds. I'm sorry. Most of those numbers have come in the second half after foul trouble in the first. So Cameron's going to step to the line, and this is where you win ball games. This is where you win league titles, and this is where you win big tournament titles.
We
at the free throw line.
We talk about it all the time, Tom, and whether they do that or not. And that did not do it. She misses the front end of the one-on-one. So still got an opportunity here. Watch out for House. There she is. She's got the ball on the wing. And she's going to drive in, kick it back now. Heacock's going to fire up a three-point shot. Good! Wow, she hits a three-pointer and ties it up at 65 all. And we're coming down to the nitty-gritty again, Tommy.
Shot clock is basically off. There's just tenths of second difference.
And there's going to be Kinsey Brandt. She got hammered as she went to the basket. And Bezu's going to get it.
Got to foul her. Don't let her score.
And Ricketts is going to go up for a shot, and she doesn't make it. Wow.
Man, she was going to have a layup. I'm like, you got to get over there. It's 12.4 left. You got Ricketts going to the line. She's 6 of 11 from the free throw line tonight. And you know what? You come in as your team's leading scorer. This is who you want at the line.
She's shooting 2. So 65 all. Cincinnati was up by 3 at 65-62. And free throw, in and out, no good.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
And right here, Dan, you cannot fall asleep boxing out. You have to be, you can't assume she's going to make the second one, that's for sure. You have to be ready to box out. And
Cincinnati's going to call a timeout and try to set something up. But can we have another dramatic finish again?
You know, she's got to just relax. She's still got another free throw that puts her team ahead. Plenty of time for Cincinnati State either way, whether she makes it or not. We've seen them do it with 3.3, so, you know, they got plenty of time. There's definitely no panic in them. But big miss, though. Big miss right there.
Absolutely a big miss. And on both ends. Not only a miss by Owens, but a miss by Cincinnati on the other end.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they had a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Cameron Vaughn up 3 at the line with 2-shot or one-on-one. Misses the front end. They come down, hit a 3. So big swing right there.
Well, and it just really shows you how great these two coaches are and keeping their team involved in the game and what they're doing. It's just been great to watch both teams being coached and what they're doing.
Yeah, and Heacock very quietly she's put up 15 points tonight, Mackenzie Heacock. She's not doing it very often, but when she does, it's going in. So Ricketts is spending a lot of time thinking about this shot, no doubt about it. She's smiling, but that's a lot of time to be spending thinking about this free throw. And
yeah, I wouldn't even be up on that line right now.
You definitely, the first worry, you got to box out. You have to box out. Do what you're supposed to do, and then worry about the rest later. Here
comes Ricketts. It'll be shooting this to possibly put them up by 1. But you got to box out.
Oh.
Free throw's no good.
Short it.
And it's going to go off. Which way is it going?
Yeah, it went out. They tipped it out over their head. It's going with us.
All right, so it's going to Cincinnati. It's tie ball game here with 11 seconds to go. See what Cincinnati can do.
Just take your time. Take your time.
Get it into Kinsey Brandt.
Here we go, Dan.
9 seconds. Kinsey Brandt, she's going to have to hurry. She's got 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3.
Oh, no.
They got it into Vaughn.
Oh, tie ball game.
And we're going to go to OT.
Overtime.
Yep, I guess we're going to overtime.
Unbelievable.
So we are going to OT.
Oh, that's a shame you don't even get a shot off. But you know what? They did exactly what I think you can draw it up. They went down low to Cameron Vaughn. She just lost the handle a little bit. So good play selection by Coach Beeler, no doubt. You know, unfortunately, she just lost the handle. It's not a big deal. Now they go to overtime, and we'll see who has the edge. I think you got to give a little bit of the emotional edge to Owens, of course, but they're also going to play this overtime without starter and one of the top players, Karen Scott, along with Jordan Bond. So they're going to have personnel problems. Cincinnati State should be able to take it to them.
Just keep it going. If it runs out, it runs out. Because I'm saving it here, so. So 65-65.
Cincinnati State, if you're looking at foul trouble, nobody has 4 for Cincinnati State. We've got Chin, Paratori, Vaughn with 3 each. Nobody in foul trouble for Owens at all. I think Bailey Adams has 3, but other than that, there's nobody that's even close to being in foul trouble. So a little bit of the emotional edge maybe to Owens, but Cincinnati State, I think, they knew they had the right play called. It just didn't work for them, and we'll see if they can pick that intensity back up.
So another overtime game for Cincinnati here. We just had one a couple nights ago, and back into it again. And and it was the flip on the other way around. Cincinnati struggled, and they forced the overtime and ended up winning in overtime. And now we'll see what Owens, if they can do it, or if Cincinnati State can do it themselves. So 65 all going to our first overtime.
Yeah, I think personnel-wise, I think you got to like Cincinnati State's edge here, but that's why they play the game, Dan. Absolutely. It doesn't matter. You're in overtime, and all the rest is all canceled out.
So we're getting ready to go, and it's going to be tapped and controlled, and quickly giving it to House. House going to take it to the basket. Shot was no good. Rebounded by Cameron Vaughn. Vaughn outlets it to McDougal. McDougal quickly coming out, gives it to Hedgens. Back to McDougal. We're all tied here at 65 in the first overtime. Kenzie Brandt gives it over to Henson. Henson gets it down in the corner. Kicks it back to McDougal. McDougal.
I thought you might have traveled.
Get over to Henson. They got 8 on the shot clock. Vaughn spins.
Unbelievable.
How did that go in? Unbelievable. How did that go in, Tommy?
Strength. She put it up. She took the contact and was still able to put the ball up high enough. Got it over the rim. Huge bucket for Cameron Vaughn.
67-65. Cincinnati. Good defense by Ash.
Desiree Ash.
Falls on the ground and gives it up. And it's going to be, they got numbers. Kenzie Brandt gives it in the corner to Henson. She's going to fire up a three-point shot.
Oh!
It's a three-pointer. That's huge. Wow.
Ice in your veins when you take that shot. You've missed your first 3 from three-point land, and you drain that one. Huge.
Well, she hit one big in regulation.
Yeah, it was
too.
Two-pointer.
There we go. A steal.
Come on.
Brandy
Finish
Henson.
strong.
Henson's
got
it up and in. How about that? Cincinnati
Brandy
now
Henson
72-65.
Coming up huge for Cincinnati State. Number 23, Brandy Henson. Welcome to the party.
How about that?
Woo! Wow.
Brandy Henson hits a big three-pointer, then gets a steal, brings it down. And, Tom, that just shows you anybody at any time for this team.
Oh, I just think that the fact that she took that 3 was just, you talk about a confident shooter. She didn't even hesitate to put that ball up, and there was definitely no hurry on that.
See if Cincinnati can hold on to this win. 72-65 in his first overtime. We're going to be joined by Coach. We'll try to get down there and get some words and thoughts from her.
So right now Cameron Vaughn has 14 points, but Brandy Henson's with 7 points all in the second half, and none bigger than the 5 here in the last, 40 seconds.
Hey, when you see that it's getting ready to go out, What I want you to do is stop it and open it up, pull the tape out.
So Kinsey Brandt leading the way for Cincinnati State once again with 17 points, and Cameron Vaughn with 14. So a nice balance here by Cincinnati State once again. Now it's just a matter of playing great defense. Do not let them back in the game here with a 7-point lead.
72-65, Owens trying to come down and make something happen really quick. They get it down in the corner. Here's a shot in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Cincinnati, quickly outlet it to McDougal. McDougal's going to come all the way down. She throws up a shot, no good. Cameron Vaughn there gets fouled as she's going to the basket.
Another huge rebound by Cameron Vaughn, but a great look by Brandy Hinchin off the steal. She saw McDougal had the advantage and got the ball to her right away. Cameron here, she missed her last free throw, the front end of a one-on-one.
And Vaughn, free throw, good. Yes. That's big. That's a big free throw.
15 now for Cameron Vaughn.
Free throw, good. That's some big free throws.
So 9-0 run in the overtime period for Cincinnati State.
Cincinnati up 74-65. Three just getting ready to go under 3 minutes to go. And there's going to be a shot by Adams. Shot is no good. And Cameron Vaughn with the rebound. How about that? Vaughn's going to bring the ball up. Brings it back now to McDougal.
Slow down. 9-point lead.
Gives it now
oh, nobody there. She could have gone in
John
further.
Puts it up and in. And it's been all Cincinnati here in this overtime, Tommy.
Oh, 11-0 run to open the overtime period. A stunner right here. Owens
Cincinnati
is stunned.
up 11. Yeah, they are. 76-65 to get the ball inside. There's going to be a foul on Ash. How much time you got on that?
You hate to see them stop the clock here with a foul, but you can't. You know, it's a good aggressive defensive play. Ricketts is going to go to the line again, and it's unbelievable, man. You talk about getting punched in the face. This overtime is unbelievable in Cincinnati State's favor. Another miss by Ricketts at the free throw line.
Ricketts on the line again. Free throw's good. So she hits one. And that's going to make it a 10-point ball game at 76-66. We're at 2:39 to go in this first overtime. It's been all Cincinnati on 11-1 run. And so the ball went out of bounds. Now they just got to be under control here, Tom, not let him back into the ball game.
Yeah, when you have a 10-point lead in overtime, all you have to do is protect the ball.
That's right.
That's all you got to do.
Kicking it out, they swing it around now to Ricketts. Ricketts going to pull up at the free throw line, throws up a shot in and out, no good. Rebounded by Ash. That's all Cincinnati's got to do now.
Yeah,
Tom is running.
No reason to rush anything.
And that's McDougal now on the wing. McDougal swings it over. Oh, not a good pass.
Goodness gracious.
And House, don't foul. And going to lay it up and in.
Smart move right there. Let her take it.
2:03 to go in this ball game. If Cincinnati can just hang on, they'll pull out a victory and be in first place all by themselves in this league. And we'll be joined by Coach Beeler here shortly. And I thought she was going to throw it long.
Oh, I thought she was too.
And Ash now has it. Now we're under 2 minutes to go. And Tom, really honestly, this is their game. And all they got to do is just take off as much time as possible. McDougal has it at the top, swings it over to Chen. Chen almost went out of bounds. Drive in, out of control. She got hammered, no call. She was out of bounds, and why would you even go to the basket? But it wasn't it a foul?
I thought it was a foul, but I don't understand. I don't understand it. There's too much time left on the shot clock.
Swinging the ball around now to Ricketts. Ricketts has it. We're at 132. Ricketts going to drive into the basket, throws up a shot, got it blocked. And running it down is going to be Chen. Chen has it. It's going to take it all the way to the basket. She got hammered.
What? I don't understand.
Coming down the other way now is going to be Ricketts. Ricketts is going to go. Are you kidding me?
I'm speechless. You have an 8-point lead.
That's not 5, is it? I don't have 5 on
Vaughn,
her.
I have 4 on her. I don't know I know where we missed one, but
I have 4 on her too.
So she's going to foul out with 16 points. And I'm sorry, I'm one of those guys that 8-point lead, you don't need to go to the basket. You don't need to go to the basket unless you have an obvious layup.
Free throw's no good, but that doesn't help them either when they don't make free throws.
Yeah, I just don't understand it.
Here comes House checking back into the ball game, who hit a bunch of 3-pointers earlier.
So, yeah, they definitely have not helped themselves over the course of the night or the day. They've missed, I believe that was their 9th or 10th miss from the free throw line.
Oh, what do we got going on here now?
So it's just, I'm not.
We got a discrepancy.
They might be questioning the foul, maybe. The number of fouls. No?
I guess that's what they're talking about.
I don't know. I don't know what else they'd be talking about. Oh, she can't come out.
Until after the free throw.
But she already shot one, didn't she?
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Whatever. Free throw, good. 76-69. We're at 1:14 to go in this ball game. Cincinnati's really going to have to do a good job of controlling this ball and not having another big turnover. Almost lost it again, Tommy. You got 16 on the shot clock.
You can still run your offense, Dan. You don't necessarily have to stall. I mean, unbelievable.
God, another turnover. Coming down is going to be Ricketts. And Ricketts charge.
And I think she knew it. I think she knew it was going to get called against her when she put that ball up. I'm not sure I agree with it, but I think she knew it was going to get called against her.
House checks in for Owens, and Stevenson checks in for Cincinnati. Hedgen's going to check out of the ball game.
So Brandy Henson's a huge play.
He's holding on to her.
Relax.
Oh, they turn the ball over again. House going to take it, lay it up and in. They're right back in it, Tom, and they get hammered from behind by number 11, and so Kenzie Brandt will be on the line to shoot 2 shots, but so Kenzie Brandt on the line, hopefully to make some big shots here. 38 seconds to go. They're only up 5. They were up 10. Thought it was under control, but obviously Owens not done yet. Kenzie Brandt makes it. That's a big free throw. Kind of stops the bleeding just a little bit.
She's got 18 now. Kenzie Brandt, another huge ball game.
Free throw was no good, and it's going to be controlled by Owens, but they're going to call. Oh my! Are you kidding me? That is unbelievable. I'm, with the way the calls are going today in this game, to make a call like that, unbelievable. And that is number 4 on her. So they come down the other way, and on the line will be number 21, and it'll be Mackenzie Heacock shooting a free throw. Free throw, good.
Well, the fact that this is a 5-point game is amazing to me. Absolutely amazing.
And next free throw, good. So she hits 2 big free throws. Now it makes it a 4-point ball game. Samantha Paratori will check into the ball game, and Chen will come out.
So that's 17 for Mackenzie Heacock. Quietly having a huge game for Owens right now.
77-73, 34.5 seconds to go in this game. 5 seconds. Timeout. Wow. Really, Cincinnati struggling here to close this thing out towards the end.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this is definitely not going like the textbook says. I mean, you had 4 possessions in a row, I think, that Cincinnati actually had the ball in their hands. and either rushed a shot or turned it over. And really, with that much of a lead at 10, it was 10 at that point. To turn the ball over 3 out of 4 times is just there's no explanation for it. You got a 2-possession game. They're going to foul you the minute you get the ball. So it's going to come down to free throw shooting now.
Cincinnati trying to be in sole possession of first place. They had a 10-point lead in this overtime. I actually went on an 11-1 run or 11-2 run, and Owens came back into this. Cincinnati made some silly mistakes down the stretch, and we knew this was going to be one of these kind of games.
Well, you've got on the floor, you got McDougal, Stevenson, Ash, and McDougal and Stevenson have not been in the line today. You also have Paratori, good move right there. Oh! All right, Paratori's hit 5 out of 6 free throws today, so that's a good move getting her in the ball game.
And they're going to bring Ash to the line to shoot 2.
Desiree Ash has hit 1 of 2 today.
I'll tell you what, Owens does a great job defensively on the out-of-bounds play there. They've given them a lot of troubles.
Big free throws here. Even though it's a 2-possession game, you need to add on as many as you can, and definitely not closing well right now.
No, they're not. 33 seconds to go. Free throw good, so we'll take it. Anything helps.
Good
5-point lead and letting the ball roll. Go up there and get it. We're at 32 seconds, and there's about a 2-second differential.
No threes.
I get it to Heacock, who's been hot here lately. Heacock's going to take it all the way. It takes it strong to the basket.
I can live with that over a 3.
78-75, and there's going to be a foul. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're going to send anybody to the line, I'll take her.
Yep. Yeah, you got to keep growing it to a 2-possession game. That's the big thing you got to keep doing. And you don't want to give up 3-pointers. You got to play that 3-point line very, very hard in the end of the game here. No 3-pointers.
Alexis Chen back is going to be entering the ball game here shortly. Free throw on the way. Good.
She's
automatic.
Smooth. She loves the pressure. Absolutely loves it.
I'm surprised Brandy Henson's not in the ball game. Thanks. Free throw, good.
Nice, Kinsey.
So she puts them up by 5 at 80-75 with 23 seconds to go.
Once again, no threes.
Heacock's going to drive all the way and kicks it out. 3-pointer by Ricketts, no good. Rebounded by Babe, no shot good. Cincinnati gets it, and there's going to be a foul, I believe, on number 11, and that'll be on Ebony Adams.
Good job by Cincinnati State on the defensive glass, and that one should have done it.
We would hope so.
We're going to hope so. Alexis Chin goes to the line, first time today. And we've seen her go both ways. She's either on fire or she's short. She's short a lot.
So Chen will be on the line, hopefully, to ice this game here. 80-75, Cincinnati up with 12.8 seconds to go in this overtime. Free throw, no good. And free throw, good.
There you go.
That was a big free throw. Gives them a 2-possession ball game with 12.8 seconds to go.
Now even with a 3, you just
foul.
need one free throw to make it back to a 2-possession
game. It goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Cincinnati.
Yep. That's going to do it. Another one, another tight one, but Cincinnati State, they did what they had to do to get another W in overtime, another close game. But hats off to them.
Looks like we're going to have a foul, and we're going to go down the other line. No time went off the clock either.
I believe Kinsey's going to the line again.
So Kinsey Brandt having a huge game. Free throw, good.
All right.
Ready. This definitely, Tom. Yeah, it's 7.9 seconds.
Yeah,
Cincinnati pretty much has this wrapped up.
Yeah, you don't even need to get close to a ball handler at this point.
And as we said, we'll go down after the game and get Coach Beeler and her thoughts. Free throw's no good, and there's Owens going to quickly come down, and they're going to try to fire up a three-pointer, but they're not going to get one off, or they do get one off, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. So I'll go down with Coach Beeler.
Well, Cincinnati State once again a nice, hard-fought victory in overtime against Owens Express, their big rival, and didn't look pretty down the stretch, but they did what they had to do behind another huge game by Kinsey Brandt, local product out of Lakota West. 21 points for Kinsey. Cameron Vaughn follows with 16. Desiree Ash with 13. And I tell you what, that's 3 close games in the last 4. And Cincinnati State has kept their composure and come through in all of them. You got to give them a ton of credit for making adjustments and doing what they have to do down the stretch to go 16-3 and now 3-0 atop the league. And we're going to go down to Dan with Coach Beeler.
All right, I'm Dan Dorn here with Coach Beeler. Coach, you're going to give me a heart attack with these games. It's another game you had overtime. I thought today you guys had great help side defense today.
Oh, we've worked on it for 3 days in practice. I mean, well, 2 days because the Edison game I felt like our weak side help and defense just wasn't there. So we worked on that, and we worked on transition defense, and those 2 things really paid off for us today.
I thought Brandy Henchins came in towards the end and gave you some really good minutes, especially in that overtime.
And she sprained her ankle yesterday in practice, so she did a very nice job taking that charge. Now her butt hurts.
And then Kenzie Brandt, again, huge again today. Big free throws at the end.
Yeah, we put the ball in her hands, and we're going to be good.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot for joining us. All right, that's Coach Beeler joining us on a big victory as they take first place in the league. And Tom and I will be back with our second game of